Last year, I made a video about using Google Gboard for Galaxy Watch 4 and Watch 4 Classic. And the main reason for that was Samsung didn't have a QWERTY keyboard at the time and came with the T9 keyboard, which was difficult to use. And Google's Gboard was a fantastic replacement. But this year, Samsung has replaced its T9 keyboard with the QWERTY keyboard of its own in Galaxy Watch 5 and Watch 5 Pro. So, how does the two keyboards stack up against each other? In this video, I will compare the two. Being the QWERTY keyboards, they have a similar interface, but there are few key differences. The alphabets on Gboard are smaller and have more space between them, whereas the Samsung keyboard has relatively larger letters and close to each other. This, however, does not affect the performance of the two when it comes to typing on them. They are both pretty accurate. Second thing to note here is that on Gboard, right above the keyboard, we have switch controls for emojis, numerical keyboard, and voice dictation. But the controls for the same are hidden on Samsung keyboard and are actually very easy to bring up. All you have to do is swipe up from the bottom of the display and you get controls for emojis, numerical keyboard, voice dictation. But an addition here is Samsung's built-in feature where you can draw letters to type the message, and this in particular is not available on Gboard. Although this feature isn't my favorite, but does allow you to type messages quickly if you get it right. Now from this panel you can also go to keyboard settings, but for Gboard you actually have to go in watch settings and then from there find your way to Gboard settings. The first thing in both keyboard settings is language and how you can download and manage more languages. When it comes to the actual settings, on Gboard there is an option to switch vibrate on key press, pop up on key press, and enable glide typing, which is actually swipe to type. On the other hand, with Samsung keyboard you get more options. You can turn on predictive text, auto replace, auto spacing, auto capitalize, double tap spacebar to add full stop, and keyboard swipe controls, which again is swipe to type. In touch feedback you can also turn on the vibration and sounds on key press. I only ever use the swipe to type feature, especially on these watches with smaller screens. It is very accurate and quick on both of them, and I have not been able to observe any specific difference between them when it comes to swipe typing and accuracy. Major difference is the interface when you're typing. With Samsung keyboard, the suggestions appear at the top of the typing field, whereas on Gboard these suggestions appear at the bottom. And the result is that you get one line of text with both the keyboards. Long pressing on the spacebar allows you to quickly switch between languages on both of them. Personally, I like them both. But on my Galaxy Watch 5 Pro, I haven't felt the need to download Google's Gboard because Samsung's solution worked great by itself. I especially like the hidden panel that allows you to quickly switch between emojis and voice dictation, as well as allows quick access to settings.